So as we think about what I value or vision as my legacy is, I just want my children, those people around me to know that everything that I did was because I cared about everybody else. Most of my actions were not for me. Generally speaking, it was for them. And in some sense, one might say, well, then that's for you too, because you get to reap the benefit of seeing them be who they are. And that's true. But ultimately, I do exactly what I do for all those others. I want my legacy to be one where anybody can say, and they read my story and look between my dash, this guy cared about all those others around him. It was never him. It was never about him. It was always about others. I want my kids to know it was always for the next person. I am my brother's keeper. I think we all have some form of responsibility to serve others. I remember when I was 15 years old and I was getting highly involved in church, and one of the ministers, so to speak, said that, son, you have the gift of helps. Now, I know it's going to sound like I'm not being truthful, but that minister at the time was Bishop T.D. Jakes. And he had been to tell me that I had the gift of helps, which meant or means that I am here to help others. And so there becomes a pride, there becomes an overwhelming part of you that wants to make sure that you're always helping others. You know, we around here indicate that burying a loved one or coming into the funeral home is the worst time of your life. And our true goal is to try to make that easier or as easy as possible. We treat it as a ministry, and personally I treat it as a ministry. I want the family to know that when they came here, they were helped, they were appreciated, and they will walk through the process without any games, without any gimmicks, or without any pressure. And overall, my only true goal is to help the family. I definitely want them to walk away better. That even applies to even if they're not here. If someone happened to call me, I need your assistance, can you tell me how to do this or that? Sure, I want you to be better. I have an obligation to help. It's my calling. It's what my God has put on my heart to do. So that's the purpose for me. I am driven by the fact that every day I come to work, I do something unique. I get to help somebody's day be better. And not every profession can say that, and that is a huge factor of why I choose this profession and why I love it. I am born and raised on the south side of Chicago, Illinois. Upon the completion of my high school journey from Dunbar Vocational High School, I then went south to Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I was blessed with the opportunity to play baseball while there. I had very, very supportive parents. My dad taught me the independence portion of things, and my mom taught me the empathy side of it. My mom taught me the hard work, to never quit, and to stay dedicated to what I believe in. And when you combine those two things, it really is what makes me who I am. And I think that ultimately, using my business background, my personal drive, my spiritual walk, and putting all of those things together, formulate what I believe is my gift that helps to the families. My entire college education background was in the business. I was also fortunate to dabble in marketing while in business school and those forms of things. I was in business well before the funeral industry. Funny story is, my wife was a funeral director from the time I met her. She started at the age of 19. It was never my passion, but I was asked to become a part of the team. And I told my wife, I said, well, the only way that I can truly do this is if I take this serious. So in order for me to take this serious, I need to go to mortuary school. And many don't understand the sacrifices. I drove to Chicago every day for a whole year to mortuary school, leaving my house at 4:30 in the morning. I was on the road more than I was at home. I had to leave my job because there was no way that I can be gone that amount of time and still stay gainfully employed. And my wife stated, if this is what we're going to do, we're going to sacrifice and we're going to make this work. Utilizing what I coin as the gift of helps, I do realize that there are many ways that I can help other folks, but none of it drove me the way this drives me. This drives me because I am doing the ultimate form of helping. I'm helping someone deal with something that they couldn't get through on their own. And although I'm not the sole purpose of them getting through it, I play an integral part of it. Not too long ago, we had a family that was pretty hard set on thinking that their loved one's service was going to have to be a closed casket. But I knew that that's not what they wanted because they expressed it in conversation. And I had took it upon myself to come in every day for 9 straight days to make sure that they would not have a closed casket service for that loved one of theirs. That loved one was in a fairly terrible accident, and it just, in their head, it wasn't going to happen. I worked round the clock for 9 days to make that happen. And when they came in, they assumed that they were going to walk into a room with a casket closed, and to see the casket open and to see the looks on their faces and the thanks that they gave and the appreciation and gratitude was definitely one of my proudest moments here. And it definitely made a difference in me. It also made me realize how powerful what we do can be. They needed that closure, and we provided it. I am a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, where I serve as our 10th District Keeper of Finance, and the 10th District is compiled of the states of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And I've been involved in that organization for nearly 20 years and have been dedicated to my fraternal organization. In addition, I am a member of the Prince Hall Masonic family. I was raised to the sublime degree of a Master Mason on April 25th, 1996, on the campus of Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And with regards to the Masonic family, I currently serve as our Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden, which puts me in a position of 4th in line for the state of Wisconsin. I am also a member of Zimbo Temple number 70, which is the Masonic organization or entity that is compiled of the Shriners. Everyone knows the Shriners hospitals and Shriners Children's Hospitals, etc. I serve as the potentate, which is the president. And in addition to the Shriners, I'm the Girl Scout cookie dad. I am involved in the Wisconsin Funeral Directors and Morticians Association. I am currently the immediate past president of that association, which is now coined the chairman of the board of directors for the association. And in addition to that, I'm involved in a few other organizations as well.